My name is Patricia Okello. I'm the co-founder of Kayana Create and the founder of Willard Productions Limited, a graphic design business that I founded in the year 2000. I'll talk about Willard Productions Limited, which is a business that I started 21 years ago. My background is in graphic design, and at that time, all I was doing when I started the business was just to give my customers great service. And I hadn't really thought about growth, and I hadn't thought about expansion, etc. So what I did initially is that I would ask customers to pay a deposit for their work, and that's what I would generally use to finance the jobs that I was doing. So I didn't really have a business plan. 5 years into doing business, I then realized that I needed some sort of capital. I had now 2 staff members that I was paying full-time salaries, and corporate work was paying me after maybe 30 to 60 days. So at that time, I had been banking all the money that I had been making, fortunately. So I could go with my bank statements to the bank, and I was hoping to get an unsecured loan for them to finance. Actually, at the time, was my first machine. So all I had was really bank statements. My first application was rejected by the first bank that I went to, but used that process of putting all my documents together to go into the next bank, which then gave me a hire purchase facility, which is what I used to buy my first printing machine, wide format printing machine. As I developed a very good credit history with my suppliers, I was able to now ask for credit for them for a few days. So if a client is saying they'll pay me after 30 days, I would negotiate a 60-day credit with my suppliers so that I could be able to pay. So those are some of the ways in which we finance the business. So initially I would save about 10 to 15% of the money that was paid in and put it in a fixed deposit with the bank, which I would then use as a cash collateral in the form of an overdraft, for example, for me to develop a credit history with that particular bank. And slowly, as the amounts increased, the bank was also now, instead of giving me 100% financing against cash, they were able to give me maybe 80 and 60 and eventually 50% financing. A big thing is, unfortunately, with women, because we don't really have property, so we have to start doing what I would encourage more and more women to go into cash financing for their business, which is, as I have said before, just raising collateral in the form of cash and borrowing against it. So you basically put the cash in a fixed deposit, and then you're able to borrow against it at a lower rate. It kind of like cancels each other out, but it's a great way to create a credit history. As you grow the business and you're able to buy property, machines, etc., the machines then form your collateral for your business. And that's a great thing, because now you can release the cash financing and use it on the machines. And as you grow your business, the bank begins to have confidence in you and will extend better lines of credit for you, and you'll be able to negotiate even better terms of credit with them. Sometimes, because I felt a lot of urgency, I would use my overdraft, which is very, very expensive money, to buy machines. So those are lessons that you learn. When you do the numbers later, you're like, okay, this machine would have cost me 2 million, but instead I'm paying 2.8 million because I actually used my overdraft, yeah? So those are some of the things that I think I learned, if I'd like to say, along the way, on what credit or what money is available in the bank that is good for my business and for the growth in which I'm anticipating in my business, yeah. As a woman, first of all, you have to be a very good money manager. And I think you have to talk about and discuss with yourself about your attitude towards money. If you look at money as a tool in order for you to do the things that you want to do with your business, I think that's a healthy relationship with money, because then the fear also of taking on financial tools that are available to grow your business is kind of like managed. Another thing that I've learned as an entrepreneur is, as we grow actually over the years, the way I started my business when I was 1 year old and now that I'm in 21 years in business is very different, yeah? While I used to look at my bank statement or my income as a reflection of myself, I've noticed as an entrepreneur, as you deal with more money, that is actually not the case. What you do is that you're much more confident, you're not intimidated when you go into a financial institution or by the people on the other side of the table, and you're able to now negotiate confidently because you know your business, you know your numbers, and you know the potential that this funding can give your business and grow your business. As women, we juggle many things, especially if you are a mother. you are raising children and you're also raising your employees and your business, and you realize that all the skills, they do come together, yeah, but you're tougher than you think you are.